What's going on? My name is Jackson Summers, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about is Microsoft stock a good buy, and I'm going to be giving my Microsoft stock review 2020, where essentially I cover its technicals and fundamentals. However, since I am more of a trader, I like to focus more on technical analysis using indicators and patterns, especially during the volatile times we are in. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. Before anything, I would like to point out I'm not a professional trader or financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do with your trades or investments. All I'm doing is sharing my experiences and opinions with you guys, as I have found some success in the markets in the last 3 years. So let's get right into this. Currently, Microsoft stock is sitting at $183 a share, and its market cap is $1.4 trillion. So it's currently the highest valued company across the globe, which is obviously really awesome because it's normally between Microsoft and Apple, but in this case, Microsoft is a bit ahead of Apple. And I think that's really due to how fast Microsoft stock has bounced back. For example, before going into this major crash, we were sitting at about $190 a share. So pretty much at the same point we're at now. So currently we are approaching those all-time highs. There's obviously significant resistance around those points. However, if the overall market continues to climb, I definitely see Microsoft testing those levels and eventually breaking above them and hopefully closing above them. Now you're probably wondering what's going on with my charts. It looks really confusing, and that's because I'm using the Ishimoku Clouds indicator, which I think is really beneficial for catching breakouts and just getting in on the trend early. And the reason I say that is because anytime the stock is trading above the clouds, so these are the clouds, it pretty much means it's bullish. So in this case, we traded above the clouds for a very long time, and then we did have a major dip below the clouds, followed by the Ishimoku averages cross. If you don't know what these averages are, they're pretty much moving averages, but they do work a bit differently because they're Ishimoku averages. So the calculations and the math behind it is a bit different, but they work very similar. So for example here, when the blue line is below the white line, that is a bullish signal, combined with it being above the cloud, which means it's in a bull trend or a bull market. And as soon as we dip below that cloud, we also saw the white line move below the blue line, which was also bearish. Luckily, we quickly climbed above the exponential moving average, which is the yellow line. We closed above that line, combined with a MACD cross, which was very bullish, and then eventually the Ishimoku averages did cross as well, and then we managed to break above the cloud, which was another bullish signal. So right now we're looking very good on the short term, and everything's going very well for us in my opinion. To be honest, if the rest of the market decides to crash again, I really don't think Microsoft will get it as bad as some other companies and stocks, as they're looking really bullish on the short term and eventually going to be on the long term if we do get past those all-time highs and close above them. When you combine the Ishimoku clouds with MACD and regular exponential moving averages, I think it's a really good way to be able to tell when a stock becomes bullish and when it eventually becomes bearish. Now, another really good way to get a better look at the overall trend is using longer time frames. So for example, I'm using daily candles at the moment. However, I'm going to switch to weekly candles. So each candle represents a week of price action. And as you can see, we were very bullish for quite a while, with the white line being above the blue line on the Ishimoku averages and being above the Ishimoku cloud. And we saw the exponential moving average cross back on February 24th. And then we also saw a MACD cross during that time. So three very bearish signals. Luckily, it was a fake out in my opinion. As we stayed above the cloud, we quickly bounced above the moving average with a close and a MACD cross, which are definitely more bullish signals, and I see this stock continuing to make new highs. On February 11th, we were trading at about $190 a share, and then all of a sudden we saw a major crash due to the ongoing global illness. And then we saw the stock bottom out on March 23rd at about $130 a share for a total loss of about 30% within a very short period of time. And yes, that's not as bad as a lot of other companies and stocks out there. However, you have to understand Microsoft is such an influential and high valued stock that when it falls 30% in 1 month, that is a big deal, and a lot of people are going to lose money, right? However, if you know how to invest and you know how to trade, then you're probably the ones making money. Now, this is the even crazier part. After we saw that low of $130, we had an incredible spike all the way to $187 in about 2 months for a total gain of about 42%, pretty much placing us exactly where we were before the crash. Obviously, long-term investors are very happy about this and has given them some sense of hope, so hopefully that will stop mass panic selling in the coming future. As a lot of people think the stock market and global economy could take another huge fall that would be even more detrimental than the first crash. Hopefully that doesn't happen, and in my opinion, I think we're looking very bullish on the short term, and I think that could easily become long-term bullishness as soon as we close above those all-time highs and continue moving up from there, as that would actually validate a bull market rather than just a short-term bull trend. So that was my technical analysis. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully it gave you some insight into how I use indicators to take advantage of the market's volatility. If you have any questions about any indicators or patterns or anything, just comment below as I reply back to every comment. Now moving on to the fundamentals, which are definitely important if you're investing for the long term. However, if you're just a day trader or swing trader, it doesn't apply to you as much, as fundamentals don't have as much of an impact on short-term price movement than technicals do. And when I say technicals, I mean price action, volume, patterns, and technical indicators. So looking at Microsoft's fundamentals, we can see that the revenue has been increasing rapidly year after year. In 2016, they had $91 billion in sales and $20 billion in profit. So definitely a really good profit margin, which is nice to see, as a lot of companies have huge sales but don't actually have the profits and net income to show for that, which is truly the most important part. And then in 2019, they increased those sales to $125 billion and doubled their profit to $40 billion. Yes, $40 billion in profit. That's absolutely amazing, and just shows how good Microsoft is at running a company and making sure the products they sell are very profitable. They beat their Q1 earnings report goal for 2020 by 14 cents, which is really good to see, as a lot of people didn't think they could, especially with everything going on right now, which most people thought would cause a huge decrease in their sales, but obviously that is not the case. The Q2 earnings report is on July 16th, so I'm really excited to see if they can beat those goals and how the stock will react to that earnings report. In my opinion, I think Microsoft will continue beating its sales goals at least for 2020, which will hopefully help keep their stock in an uptrend so it can continue growing for the future. Now the final fundamental indicator we're going to look at is assets and liabilities, which are really important before investing in any company for the long term, as it gives you a clue to how financially stable and healthy a company is. In Microsoft's situation, their assets are sitting at $286 billion and their liabilities are only $184 billion, so they're definitely not going out of business anytime soon. And as you can see, their assets are increasing year after year. However, their liabilities are not increasing as fast, which is really good to see. In the end, guys, I think Microsoft is a great company. Their products are amazing and loved by millions, if not billions of people around the globe. Whether it's the Xbox, Windows computers, Microsoft Office, they have so many great products out there that people really love and most likely will continue buying in the future. Now, is Microsoft a good stock to buy? As that is the main question for this video. And to answer that, guys, I think you need to ask yourself, what kind of buying are you doing? Are you investing or are you trading? And to be completely honest, I think both sides look really good right now. I think you can make a lot of money off trading it, and I also think it could potentially be a good investing time. Now, normally I don't say that, as I think patience is important, and I think we need to see an actual confirmation of a bull market. However, Microsoft's technicals are looking really good, and I definitely see it getting past those all-time highs and closing above them, and hopefully moving even higher. Additionally, it's a great company that has quality products and high profit margins. They're hitting all of their earnings goals even during difficult times like this, which I think is a really important thing to take note of, as they obviously know how to deal with uncertain markets like we're in now, which in my opinion is one of the best assets of their company, as flexibility is really important during these times, as if companies want to stay alive, they need to know how to market and sell their products during times like these, when a lot of people don't even have the money to be buying non-essential items. Luckily, Microsoft absolutely knows how to do this. If you would like to invest or trade any stocks commission-free, I would recommend a platform called Wealthsimple Trade. It's a very easy to use app that you can just download on your iOS or Android device, and you can start buying and selling thousands of stocks and ETFs completely commission-free. Now you might say, well, there's tons of other brokers that already do this. However, in Canada, there's currently no other way that you can buy and sell stocks for free. So Wealthsimple is a really good option for Canadians out there, and you can sign up very easily. There's no fees to deposit or withdraw, which is great, and you can start trading pretty much right away. Now, if you are in the US and you already use Webull or Robinhood, those are definitely great platforms, but I do recommend you trying this out because it's new, and I think you might enjoy how simple it is to use. So if you do want to sign up, there will be a link below, and if you use my link to sign up and deposit over $100, we will both receive $5 completely free. So it will really help support me and this channel so I can keep pumping out awesome content for you guys. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, you can follow my Instagram at JacksonSummers111. I post post all types of motivational and interesting content there, and you'll be alerted anytime a new video comes out. So thanks again for watching, have a great day, and peace.